Hi, thanks for listening into my podcast. I found out that 1 in 5 Americans are looking to retire overseas. Wow. So I'm Toni Reinhardt, and I am one of those 1 in 5 Americans. My husband and my 2 dogs and I are looking to retire in Spain. So in that process, we're selling our house in Reston, Virginia, where we've lived for 27 years, almost all of the contents, and we're packing up our 2 dogs, and we'll be driving to Reno, Nevada. We want to spend the winter in Reno for a lot of reasons, and we're going to take you on this journey with us. So this podcast, I'm going to tell you everything we're doing to make this happen, this move from Reston, Virginia, through Reno, Nevada, to become residents, long-term residents of Spain. I will tell you almost everything that I'm doing, including how much I'm spending on stuff. So I just want to put a few disclaimers in this intro. I will tell you what I spend, but I am not a financial advisor. It is not financial advice, so I'm not giving any kind of advice. I'm also going to tell you probably who I used and things like that and what my experience is, but I am not endorsing any person, product, or service. This is just a journal to tell you how it's going for me, and maybe you'll find it useful, and maybe I'll get some feedback, and you'll give me ideas of what I should be doing in this move. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to hear from you. Thanks for joining me again. Since the last time I talked to you, my podcast number 1, it has been just a whirlwind of activity around here. So it's been a week. And I'm hoping to do a podcast once a week to keep you updated on how it's going. Frenetic activity. Of course, we met with the realtor, and I did talk about this, how different it is to sell a house these days from the last time I did 27 years ago. One of the things, and I'm always thinking, oh boy, this is a sign. The universe is endorsing this move to Spain that my husband and I have been talking about for years. So one of the things that we had to deal with was a brick back porch that we had, that we still have, actually. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have to tear it down. We're going to have to put up a deck. It's going to be thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, right now, apparently everyone and their brother wants to have a deck built, and you can't even get anyone out here to tell you how much a deck might cost. And that turned out to be a really good thing, because it turns out that the person that I'm engaging to do the painting, Sonny, of Sonny & Sons Painting, looked at the porch and said, you know what, I know a guy. And boy, he knew a guy. And this guy, who I'll also tell you, Jimmy Jones from Jimmy Jones Landscaping, what a wonderful job. And it was done immediately. He came in on a Monday. He looked at the porch. He said, we can do this. We can fix it. Then I'm thinking, oh, sure, you can fix it. Is it going to be like October before you can? No. He said, we can fix it tomorrow. And he did. They were here Tuesday morning by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This porch, with its falling down walls and the bricks that were coming loose, looks brand new. So I am eternally grateful. And it was $960. Don't try and keep track of the money, because in the end, I'm going to tell you what I spent. I'm going to tell you what I spent it on. I'm going to tell you what we sold the house for, because I don't know about you, but I'm always wondering. I just panic. Somebody walks in and says, oh, you need this done. And it's so hard to find out how much is that going to cost me. And my mind immediately starts reeling and thinking, it is just going to be thousands of dollars, and where am I going to get these thousands of dollars? So instead of the thousands of dollars to replace the back porch, Jimmy Jones in one day fixed it for $960, and it's gorgeous. So I'm grateful there. So this is just the beginning. In the meantime, we have the porch fixed. We got a quotation for granite countertops. Anybody that's in this Northern Virginia market that's tried to sell lately, I'm sure you know, it has to be granite countertops. So we had the granite countertop people come in. They were supposed to come in on Tuesday, supposed to get granite countertops on Tuesday. Then the painters came in, Sonny and Sons Painting. They can't paint until the granite countertops get done. So that's going to get done second. And meanwhile, I think probably the big shocker to me was I met with the staging consultant this morning. And I'll keep you updated on that. But I do believe that staging is important, and I do understand that houses that are staged do sell for more and do sell more quickly. But when I was thinking staging, I was thinking, you're just going to take the furniture out of the house, which is fine because we're selling most of it because we're moving to Spain, and you're going to bring in this rented furniture and tchotchkes, little accessories and things like that. Wow. She was very detailed. So it's a little overwhelming for me. Things that I guess because you look at your house every day, so there's some things that you just don't even notice. Like she noticed in one room, did you know the outlet covers don't match in this room? No. I guess over 27 years, some outlet covers have been replaced and now they don't match, and it didn't even occur to me. So there's a lot of little things that I just have to put in a list and be organized about. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to have a meltdown. I did kind of get a little sort of that melty down anxiety feeling as we're going around, even looking at things like you should buy a new mailbox. And when's the last time? I don't think I look at the mailbox. Do you guys look at your mailbox? And once I looked at it, I thought, well, it does look kind of sad. And some strange person's going to pull up to the house and think about this house and do what I want. The very first thing they see to be this sad mailbox. So I think the consultation really does make you look at your house as if it's not your house, as if you're seeing it for the first time. What is this impression going to be? So that's where we are now. So we've done the repairing of the back porch. We have been packing. That's another eye-opening thing. You just do not know how much stuff you have until you actually have to pack it. And I always think, I stand in a room, like I stood in this closet, and I looked and I thought, that's a box. That's fine. That's not a big deal. Between what I put in the box that's actually going to go with me to Reno and what I put to donate to Goodwill, what I'm donating to Goodwill, just from that closet, made a pretty big pile in the back of my car. So, if one day when I get on this podcast and I just sound like a raving idiot, y'all will know why. It's probably the packing thing. The other person that we did consult with is Caring Transitions, because we need not only estate sale, because most of the contents of this house is actually going to be sold, but when we're left, what happens to the stuff that doesn't sell? Everything has to be out of this house about August 15th so that it can be staged, so that it can be listed August 20th. So I needed a company that would do more than just the estate sale. Anything that's left over, they'll make sure either gets donated or gets hauled away. And to try and control costs, my husband and I are still donating as much as we can. That's why I go to Goodwill almost every day. So we're still donating. We're still packing stuff ourselves and trying to minimize the amount of really just stuff that's left over when Caring Transitions comes in to do their part, getting ready to sell the furniture and the printers and lamps and pictures and things like that. We're taking very few items to Spain. So that's where we are. I hope that you guys are having a good time listening to this podcast. And I have had feedback from y'all, so please keep the feedback coming. My email is tonyreinhardt55@gmail.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.